Welcome back, friends. We are continuing our 100% walkthrough of Dark Souls 3. So, in our last episode, we pounded the Nameless King with the help of Guts, and now we are going to head into the first DLC. You could put the cinders on the thrones and activate the last area, but that's kind of the end of the game. So that's where you get your ending. So we're going to save that for the ending. We're going to do our DLCs first, but we're going to give the ashes that we got from our last episode, the Dragon Chaser's ashes, and now we should have all the upgrade materials available. So they're quite expensive, as you can see. 20,000, you can get 3 for 16,000, and then these for 1,300. These turn out to be the most difficult item to find in the game. You can't ever buy slabs here, but we're going to be getting a few slabs, and we have some still. So if we check over here, we've got 4 slabs left. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our bow, because we're going to be needing our bow in this first DLC. So we're going to go ahead and reinforce it here. Our black bow of Ferris. This levels with Titanite scale. It is a harder hitting bow, so this bow we've currently got at 8752. This one's 110 plus 36. Scales doesn't scale as well for us, but if you're doing a strength build or something along those lines, where you're not building a bunch of decks, then you can upgrade this one. But we're going to upgrade our black bow of Ferris. Hopefully to plus 10. I think we have enough to get it all the way up. We're basically wanting, we need 1 chunk. So as I mentioned before, the chunks are going to be the items that you're probably going to purchase here. They are the rarest, so we need 1 of those.
Ashen 1.
Yeah, be sure to bring more souls. Yes.
What?
So we'll go ahead and get this up to plus 9, and then top it off with slab. So we've got our black bow of Ferris, and we're gonna probably have to swap out to our Fallen Knight gear. Because we're going to want that bow equipped. Oops. We're going to want that bow equipped with our longsword. Should go ahead and throw that on. Okay. And in addition, we are going to, oops, I miss Greirat so much. Poor Greirat. I still have to research if there's a way to get him to survive. Come down to the arrows. And we probably want some chunkity chunk arrows. Probably gonna want, I don't know if we're gonna want fire arrows. We're going to an area where there's lots of fire business. We'll get a bunch of large arrows, and then we'll get some fire arrows too. So the last thing you want is to be running around and running out of arrows. So we'll also get a bunch of fire arrows too. And we'll go ahead. Yes, bring more souls. So that was about a level of investment, which, you know, is okay. So we can get off our standard arrows. We'll put our large arrows there. Put our fire arrows for our right trigger. And make sure we're still doing our rolls. Take a look at our gear here, our stats. So we got 30, 40, and then we're wanting to get our strength and our dex up to. They're both at 30. I have the ring on, so that's why dexterity's at 33 right now. So probably we're going to be up in strength and dex. We'll check next time we come back for that business. Okay, so we are ready to go into the Painted World of Ariandel DLC. Now, if you didn't activate it at the Cleansing Chapel way back when, that's basically where the Slave Knight is sitting, and you talk to him, and he transports you to this area. So that's how we access this. From here on out, everything is tough. Everything is difficult from here on out. So be ready for it to be absolutely brutal. So at this point, proceeding on is not for the faint of heart. So you see there's all kinds of baddies. They're pretty easy to stagger lock with the shields. Okay, so take care of those dudes. There's another guy over there. Just for reference, let's see how much damage our bow is going to do on these guys. Basically, we're just trying to blunt people from range. That's pretty good. So 2 arrows, that's pretty good. There's going to be a very special spot where we're going to want this available. So to the left of the bonfire, there is another little area. Now these trees, some of these trees are alive. Like this one will, I guess this one isn't. Some will do little fire attacks of embers, and some will vomit frost. You could proceed up this way. We're not going to. Because there's a whole bunch of other stuff over there, but you could go up this path. Actually, I'm confused. In full disclosure, it has been a long time since I've done the DLCs, so there will be a bit of wandering about. There will be deaths, so if that's what you're tuning in for, you will not be disappointed. Okay. So basically, this was the little mountain that we climbed up to kill those guys. The bonfire's back that way. You can see some of the corpses there. We proceed this way. Part of the issue in this region is just seeing like where to go. So you're going to come out to grab this item, and the whole floor is going to break. You're going to be in an avalanche that falls down. And there are going to begin to be a bunch of wolves. So the wolves can be a bit of a drag. But stick to the right over here. This is going to be the first. If they get their howl off, they will call their friends. So do try to expedite them before the friends show up. They'll all come running from over in that direction. you're going to want to come up here. Here's one of those trees. Take care of it. Fire, of course, is really good here on the trees. There's another one right there. I don't know if the bad guys are going to come if I kill this one. So they do stagger. They will vomit out frost onto you, which will do frost damage. So that ain't great. I don't know how many of these I can pull at a time. We're going to find out. It seemed like it took a long time to get there. This is going to be great if we only need to pull one at a time. Oh, apparently on levels that doesn't work, but this will work. And, oops, you know, in this area, and pretty much from here on out, you know, you got to work on your patience, because you could run up there and try to kill all of them. It will just make your situation dangerous. So, you know, you'll be surrounded by 4 dudes with various levels of I turned right into that, didn't I? Thought I could just circle around, but apparently there was a little rock in the way. Little rock out my way. Okay, come up here and get your follower javelin. That was the weapon that they were using. The weapon art is you throw a magical javelin at your enemy. So this is where we came up through the bonfires over there. We went this way and fell down the avalanche. So now we're going to head back in this direction. And there will be more wolves. And the trees can grab you as well, which will put a hurt on you. You don't really have to kill the trees if you're not going to be staying in the area now. So I proceed here very slowly. There's a wolf howling, so they're going to start coming. They're not infinite, but there's a lot of them. So I usually like to kill them all because there's going to be, see that big wolf up there? Pardon me. Let me dismiss that. You see the big wolf up there where the hilt of my sword is pointing. You don't really want to fight him with a bunch of other wolves attacking you because they surround you and dive into you and kind of make your life miserable. So we're going to head over this way. This was the hillside that I was talking about that I thought was up there. It's actually down here. We're going to come around the other side. Okay, so a couple wolves woke up. So we're just going to pull them back here and try to take them in small groups. If our timing is on, so now we got a whole bunch of them now. So just stay patient. They're not as uber aggressive as the dogs. It is nice that we're able to kind of, it's like we're one-shotting them. Some are bigger than others. So you see, they kind of just keep on coming. Just keep backtracking, using your space. Don't go charging ahead. If you're not interested in picking all this stuff up, you can just run right around the corner up there where we're going to go. But this is 100% walkthrough, and we want all the stuff. And you want all the stuff too. Pardon my phone. I thought there was another item down here. Perhaps we got it. part of the annoying thing in this area too is it's hard to see the shinies because of all the snow and the white. So all those times you were complaining about it being dark, now it is, there's the thing I'm looking for. Now it is super, super white. So we're going to come up here on this side and use a shield, because these guys will also jump down. So the sleeping puppies, we're going to pull away. Oops. We're going to pull away. It's been a while since we've used our bow. Boomba. So he will be jumping down at some point. I don't know if I got all of them or not. So here he is. Pretty easy to dodge as I get shoulder rolled. And for some reason I am incredibly slow right now. You only have to get him to 75%, and he will teleport away. Okay, he is a number over here. The last thing I want is to die right here, because then all of those wolves come back. And you can see why, oh my god, that shoulder roll is the worst. Okay, future reference, switch to your longsword. I'll give you 3 large Titanite shards. The resources you get here aren't all that great, because I think masochists will come here right at the cleansing chapel and try to get a lot of these weapons and upgrade materials. I would not recommend doing that, especially if this is your first playthrough, because you will get absolutely destroyed, because this stuff hits really hard. Okay, now there are these enemies now, Millwood Knights. They are extremely powerful, but our problem is that there are 2 archers in this tower. So we're going to want to run to that tower and take care of those archers as quickly as possible. So, and then come back down. The archers have great bows that hit for 1,000,000 points of damage. In addition, the arrows explode. They're like a delayed timer, so they will explode. So we're going to run in here, and we get this guy who's going to jump down. I hope the other guy didn't follow us. I don't think he does. So, camera angles in here are terrible. But these guys, you can circle around and get backstabs in, but you can see the camera angle. I don't know if you can kick him open. I think he drew back the shield right when I tried to kick. Okay, so that's one dude down. Get your heavy jam. And there's a couple enemies up here in addition to the bow dudes. So one of them was here. That's where we came from, down there. So yeah, we're going to climb up this ladder. We're going to try to sneak up on the dude that's up here. We'll be getting that crystal lizard. Still haven't decided on a Titanite Titanite weapon. Okay, so now this guy you can get a sneak attack on. If you're fast enough. And he died. So, there you go. And we got a flask back. That's lovely. Okay, so, we're going to continue up. To here, and over here is a, the Millwood Battle Axe. If you want to be an axe bro, it is a decent one-handed axe. There kind of aren't a ton of axes in this game that are usable. And we're going to come out here. I always think there's something there around the corner, and there isn't. Climb up this ladder. You'll also notice that we are not getting a ton of souls either. So a little bit disappointing, but grab your captain's ashes. That's where we came from down there. Take a look around. Get your Vertigo game going. And then feels like there should be a jump down for something here, but there isn't, as far as I can recall. So we're going to head back down the ladder. Be careful not to backstep off of the ledge to your death. So we're just going to come around. There's a shield up here too that I have not picked up. And the Millwood shield is supposed to be up here. I cannot for the life of me remember where it is. There it is. There we go. Ethereal Oak Shield. Pretty good shield. Doesn't do as much as our other shields, but does have higher physical attack if you're pounding people with the shield. We're going to stick with what we have here. And I'll probably, let's see, I should probably switch up here. What we're going to be facing. We are going to be facing some dark a little bit later. Maybe I'll flip it to the crest shield for now. But let's go grab this dude, run past him, sand him up. Because when you're swinging, you want to be swinging this way, not into the wall. Get your Twinkling Titanite. We should probably have like 1,000,000 Twinkling Titanite by now, I would think. And now we have cleaned out the tower with the archers, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Go ahead and top off. Now, this is where the archer died. There are six Homeward Bones over here in this area. These guys are not necessary to kill. We're not going to spend a lot of time trying to kill them. We're just going to come around and see if we can just come over and grab these Homeward Bones, which are in our 100% walk through, which are right here. And then we're going to run back. You can kill these dudes if you want. They're really tough. So instead, we're going to head to our next bonfire area. I'm hoping they stop following me. I don't think they're going to stop following me. So, I'm going to... These guys, when they slam their mace into the ground, they will also pull it up. Like that, and it does a ton of damage. That combo was not fair. So I'm just going to use this tower. I didn't realize the ladder. Didn't remember the ladder was so far up. Come down here. And... where'd he go? Where did he go? There he is. And we're just going to basically cheese him from here. Because all we wanted to do was go to our happy bonfire. And we wanted to come... That would teleport right through it. All this nonsense. But you had to come and ruin her day. My headshots are pretty good on these dudes. You Viking piece of garbage. So you can see why we bought all the arrows. Because in this tower, it just ain't a fair fight. Titanite shard, boo. And the wolf is still down here, right there, so we might as well try to plunge him into the next world. And there he goes. Okay, so problem solved. Now, the wolf will also appear down here. He will jump down here. No need to fight him. He's going to pop up right there. So just run past him. And that will break, and you will fall quite a ways, but take no fall damage, which is nice. And you want to make sure that you don't miss one of these drop-offs, because there is an item. And in order to get it, you'll have to come all the way back around. Here it is. So, large soul of an unknown. And flip down. And we're coming out to the bonfire. Our next bonfire is over here. We are going to go back that way at the beginning of our next episode, but for this episode, you can either drop down into the hole or come around. 6 of one, half dozen the other. You end up at the same place. So here's our first bonfire. We've cleared the first area successfully with no deaths. So route 2 to toot on us. You do see, though, that our souls that we've got is only 14,000. So pretty weak on the soul acquisition in this DLC, but that's okay. We're proven to not have too much difficulty. So we're going to go ahead and rest of this bonfire. This is where we'll pick up in our next episode. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.